My husband is a full-time employee that is working from home. He happens to be in the trade show industry, so obviously he travels a lot for a living, and all that's been canceled. So husband's home. Real estate, while considered an essential service, and we're allowed to do it, excuse me, going into our office is not, we're not able to social distance, literally choking on nothing. And so, and then we have a kindergartner. So overnight, I feel like I became the 3-meal-a-day chef. I feel like I became the homeschooling teacher. I became the best playmate. Still trying to be a rock star CEO for Sold by Jen. I also am the productivity coach for our office, so I train all of our new agents. I was the room mom for my kids' class when all of this happened. So needless to say, I think we're all in that same boat where we are wearing way more hats at any given time than we ever have been asked to in the past. And just wanted to take a little bit of time and maybe give some strategies and some things that we're doing. Don't get me wrong, we're totally a mess over here. We're like a hot mess, but we do have a lot of things that I think are working. And as a past educator and teacher, high school teacher, I would tell you to cut yourself some slack. Sometimes I have to remind myself that. We're not expected to be perfect in this. And as a good friend of mine says, there's a pandemic, people. There's a pandemic. Nothing looks the same, feels the same, or happens the same way. So a couple different things that we're doing that work really well for us. Maybe some of these tips will work for you. We have a family weekly calendar that's divided up by half hours for every single day of the week. I think my husband and I race to the calendar. So we put in all of our stuff that has actual time. So for me, going live on Facebook every day at 12:30 goes on there. I do, my team meeting is Tuesday mornings at 11. That goes on there. Coaching goes on there. All these things that I do go in the calendar. Those are our non-negotiables. And so they're highlighted yellow. He gets to put his on too, when his webinars are, when his office meetings are. And then we look at it and we pray that neither one of our yellow non-negotiables overlap. So if there's no overlap on the calendar, then we're really in good shape. But as we all know, a meeting gets thrown here or there. I'm not gonna lie, my child has watched probably more TV than than I would like a kindergartner to watch. But so we gotta do what we gotta do. So that's the first thing. We know each other's schedule. The second thing we do is we, mostly for the sake of Lucy, we block out our day in chunks of time. I know some people try time blocking from like 9 to 11, I'm gonna do this, from da-da-da-da-da. We do from like 9 to 11 is gonna be schoolwork, right? 11 to 1 is gonna be playtime, whether that's outside, inside, and lunch. And then a chunk of, then she gets a little teeny break of, we do let her schedule in a show of when she gets to watch that. And then the afternoon becomes usually a project of some kind. So as long as I'm mentioning that, we bought two, I don't know if you guys can see them. I probably can't see them. I might have to, we bought 2 3-tiered carts. One of them is a school cart. I'll get up and show you guys before the end. One of them is a school cart. One of them we use only for school cart. It has all of her homework. It has her computer. It has all of her finished papers that we've worked on is in the school cart. And the second cart is our craft cart. I don't know if you guys are like me, where all of a sudden you woke up one day and you felt like your entire house was taken over, and that no matter what surface you were looking at, there were pens and paint and crayon and paper and scissors and all that. So we bought these 2 carts. These have definitely been a lifesaver. We just got them off of Amazon. They were delivered rather quickly. When it's school time, we pull the school cart out. When it's craft time, we pull the craft cart out, and then they both get pushed away. And so we kind of know that school's over when we push the cart out of the way. So those 2 purchases and those 2 things have been kind of a lifesaver for like, where is your stuff, Lucy? Where is your stuff? So we have a weekly schedule. We time block it out in chunks for her. We also know which of those activities mean that we can get work done uninterrupted and which of those activities might be interrupted activities. So we're able to plan our day better. The third one, obviously, I think most of us are doing it right now, is meal planning. We have never been a meal planning family. I've said it over and over on here. On average, we usually have probably 4 meals out a week. So this cooking, and we usually go to the grocery store on the other 3 days just to pick up whatever we decided we wanted that day for dinner. So that's super interesting for us to be meal planning 10 days of meals and doing all that. That's nothing that we do. So that's been a big one, has been that meal planning. And then the other thing that we do, I think the question becomes how many days have we been here? My screen says I've been in quarantine for 39 days. So looking at all of that, of what do you do to make it fun? What makes the day different? How do you make it different? We're a little crazy over here, not gonna lie. We have been doing themed dinners. I challenge any and all of you to do the same. Last night was Greek night and we wore togas to dinner. Yep, it's true. There's pictures on Instagram. We wore togas to dinner. We've done formal nights where we were making steak one night for dinner, and Lucy's like, it's so fancy. And so we decided we'd all get dressed up and have formal night. We also did pajama night where we all ate dinner in our pajamas and had breakfast for dinner that night. So just some fun things to make your children find a little more joy, I think, is the big thing for us. If you guys are a couple without children, it could still be super fun. It's like your date night in, right? Like, ooh, we're at a Greek restaurant, or ooh, we went out for a fancy dinner. That's been super fun. And I can tell you that I think that one of the big things, we focus a lot on like, what are wins? Ooh, hey, light. What are wins for us, right? Like how do we know that we've won the day, right? How do we know that we won the week? For us, it's about having some joy. Lucy at her school used to do a 1 rose and 1 thorn, something good and something bad each day. And we're keeping up with that. And it's very interesting to see what the ones that are the rose are in regards to, it's the silly things. It really is. It's the obstacle course chalk obstacle course that our neighbors wrote on our ground for us. It was us giving them one. It's been the days that we let her play in the creek. It's been our dress up dinners. It's finding those moments that we can actually be present. And I think that it's becoming harder and harder the longer we're here in our homes to feel really present. Like, yes, I'm with you. Yes, I see you. Yes, I hear you. Like all I hear is mom 7 million times a day. But I think that it's really interesting to think about all of those, and then to cut yourself some slack, to know that, like, I think I'm very good at my job. My clients think I'm good at my job. It takes everything in my power to put it all together right now. Lucy's not getting all of her schoolwork done. I told the teacher, I'm sorry, we're doing our best. I joke because I'm like, I'm okay with B's, which means we only have to do 80% of the things that they send home. I'm not really okay with B's, but I have to tell myself that so that I'm good for now. And really figure out what's a win, right? What's a win for us? So a win for us is all of us sitting down for dinner, no devices. A win for us is having everyone help with dinner. A win for us is an evening walk after dinner, playing in our backyard, whatever it is, like finding the wins. And I think that's a really big thing right now. And also, we've come up with what are the things we're okay letting go of, right? I think that we all said that we would, I clean my house. My house would be so clean if I just had time. Well, we have time, and my house is not clean. We have a garage that is full of the stuff from when we moved in that we have not put away. It's not empty. We can't park our cars in it. And we're kind of letting go of that idea that we have more time, because we don't have more time now that we're stuck at home. We have almost more responsibilities. So I think that those are some of the big things that we're doing over here. Our schedule is super important to us. It just makes my husband and I know that we both know when the other one is unavailable. really working with our daughter to talk about what does it mean when one of our doors is closed. She has her own list of things that she can do when mom and dad aren't available. She'll tell you she's only allowed to open our door if there's a fire or she got hurt. And it's not true. That's just what she tells you. And so to really be able to think about what do each of us have to do to make this work. I do think it takes a team effort right now more than it ever has. And I think there's some cutting our partners some slack as well. Not my strong suit, but really, really working on it right now in regards to all of us are carrying around more pressure than normal. So I guess I just wanted to come on today. People keep saying, what are you doing? What are you doing? The other thing what I'm doing is that I guess I take my room mom job really seriously. I'm the one who coordinated the parades. I'm the one who put on the 3 times a week we read to the kids. Different parents take turns reading. We've done all the birthday parades, all those kind of things. And it's amazing how much joy and connection you can get by having some of those. So kind of the whole thing of like, if you can't see your parents right now, can you guys go do a drive-by parade? Can you get your siblings to do the drive-by parade? We've played Yahtzee with my dad over FaceTime. He has his own thing of Yahtzee. My sister jumped in one night too. We all 3 played. We all had our own Yahtzee dice, and we're able to play that together. My daughter reads my dad bedtime stories at night, so she can practice her reading on someone besides us. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a matter of checking in on people and literally just asking, how are they? And all that kind of stuff is the stuff that fills my cup. Also, gosh, I just have so many tips and so many things we do. I think it's important if you do have kids that one of the partners, if you do have one, takes the kids and gives you some space, and that you guys can actually transfer back and forth. I think that's some of the self-care stuff, right? So either let you go for a walk. Last week I went for a walk at like 9:30 at night. It was awesome. I just needed, we don't have any alone time, right? And so many of us are used to having alone time. My husband said to me, I feel like you never had alone time. And I was like, it takes me 30 minutes to get to work and 30 minutes back. You know, that's an hour a day that I just got to think. And most of the time the radio wasn't on in my car. So it was just quiet time, and we're missing the quiet time. So finding a place to put all those things back in your life. I don't know, we're not perfect over here, but we're definitely giving it our best try. I think we're doing pretty well with it. We did a movie night the other night outside, which was super fun. Just trying to mix it up and figure out how to do it all. But the only thing that we purchased, well, we did purchase a play structure for her. Some people are home doing 1,000-piece puzzles. We're home doing a 1,000-piece construction project of putting together a play structure. This might be the hardest thing that we're sustaining while being safe at home in our marriage, is putting together a play structure that I clearly didn't read takes 21 hours to put together. Yep, 21 hours. So yeah, the only thing we purchased are these carts. So that's the only thing. Let me give you a quick show of the carts because they're pretty awesome. So that's the carts with wheels on the bottom, so they roll back and forth. But otherwise, yeah, that's the only thing we've really purchased to make all this work. If you guys have questions or you guys have awesome suggestions, would you please drop them in the comments, because we're all looking for more. We're definitely struggling with that self-care piece. New recipes. I feel like we have 7 and we just repeat them every week. I don't know, but yeah, try a themed dinner, try sharing your schedule with your whole family, and see how everyone can help out. But we're gonna get through this, and I think we're more than halfway. That's my hope, is that we're more than halfway. But yeah, just know that there's people thinking about you and other people who are in the same boat. So, all right, take care, and I will see you guys tomorrow.